What's up, boys? In this video, I want to show you the business model, the agency model that allowed me to close $10,000 to $15,000 AI deals selling boring systems to local service businesses. Okay, so step number one, phase one, is you need to dial in your offer and your niche. Phase number two is the entire lead gen appointments and getting clients. And then phase number three is based off results and retention. Okay, so offer is the first stage. Before we even actually get into offer, I want to talk about market, okay? You need to have your go-to-market. You need to pick an industry to go after, okay? Gather insights and resources from this, make a promise, understand what the probability of actually fulfilling on that promise, and then having a capability, and then you're going to be able to identify who your specific ICP is, okay? After you've identified and picked an industry to go after, ideally you have an industry and then you have a market segment to go after, because the more niche you're going to be able to be, the more you're just going to be seen as the authority and the better results you're going to get for your clients, okay? After this is offer, okay? What is the core belief of your industry? What do they believe? It could be a negative or positive belief, but most of the time, it could be something along the lines of marketing agencies are scams. I've been burned so many times. What makes this different? Just a belief that they hold. A lot of them hold broken beliefs, and broken beliefs that marketing or advertising or anything like that doesn't work, okay? What does the market want? Most of them just want the same thing, okay? More money, okay? Or they want their time back. Simple things. How do they want to hear it? You need to speak their language. How can we give it to them faster? Speed to delivery. How can we give them more effortlessly? Obviously, reduce the amount of effort they have to put in manually. This is why this model works so well, and obviously less time as well. Identify your pricing model, your guarantee, and then you'll have a 7-figure offer. Okay, now how do we acquire attention? Volume is always going to negate luck, okay? You want to combine outbound and inbound. So outbound, we use social outreach. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all these different channels. You can use X if you want. This is something that you have to do a little bit of prior research on, because obviously every single channel is not going to work for every single industry, okay? So if you're in a local service, usually Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn are going to be the best. But if you're in the agency, coaches, consultants, X works really, really well. If you're in SaaS too, X works well. So you just kind of have to identify where your ICP hangs out most of the time. Inbound, meta ads, spend at least $1,000 per month on ads, okay? And if you can't afford them, put a credit card up, go get a job and at McDonald's flipping burgers, and then pay for ads like that, okay? Best performing platform in your niche. Like I mentioned, not everything is going to work out in every single niche. So you have to figure out where your ICP hangs out. Mechanisms, people. You want setters, you want closers. This, you don't need to maybe the $10,000 to $15,000 per mark, especially closers. Setters I would do after you start booking, quite a few appointments. And then code media, obviously you need outreach CRMs to track everything. You need sales assets to give away free value, okay? Give away free things, but you need to give away the right things. Don't just give away anything. You need to identify what your market really wants, because remember what do they want? You're gonna give it to them for free, just a piece of it, okay? Paid ads, give it to them. You can run ads to your free sales assets as well if you want to do that. The highest response rate, you need to test different angles, okay? The different angles that we do is a direct response. So this is directly where they opt in through a call. And then there's the value approach where they'll get sent through a VSL funnel, okay? Identify what is the highest response rate for your offer and for your industry, and then figure that out. Gain interest, you'll get a minimum of 5 to 100 leads per day, okay? Now, how do you own this attention? On outbound, it's going to be through content. Ads, you send them to a landing page, and if they don't convert there, you retarget them through either more ads, or you retarget them through content, and they just start to consume more and more of you, and then inevitably they will opt in through your Instagram, or they'll opt in through one of your channels, okay? Collect their info, store them, get them into nurture sequences. CRM we use is Go High Level, obviously one of the most popular ones, and then they now become an asset because you can sell to them at any time through email sequences, SMS sequences, or you can reactivate them through limited time offers, whatever it is, okay? Educate is very, very important. Post long form content. YouTube is super, super dialed. It's really, really good. I suggest you get into it as soon as possible, because it can take a long time to start gaining some traction, okay? Have your process selling VSL up there, direct traffic to that, and then there's other channels that are going to direct traffic to your long form content like emails, short form posts, LinkedIn, X, all these other channels, okay? Distribution, where are you going to distribute this? Through conversations on Facebook, through the outbound, conversations on Instagram, through more outbound, conversations with let's say through people who commented on some of your posts. Have conversations with these people, okay? YouTube, if they opt in, email list, ad through your landing page. Educated prospects are going to be a lot better than uneducated prospects, okay? You're going to see a much higher close rate on educated prospects versus uneducated prospects. And they're obviously effortless to sell because they already know exactly what you do. Now, how do we convert them? We've gotten to be educated. How do we convert on a sales call? Now, the different conversion mechanisms that we use are AGSAs. AGSAs are attention generating sales assets. I mentioned them right up here, I believe. Yeah, right here. They are the best ways to acquire attention and just get people in the door, get people on a call, because you give them something for free. Reciprocity, right? It's the basic law of it is you give something, they feel the need to give something back. So they're going to get on a call with you. Once you get on a call, you make sure before they even get on a call, send them your process selling VSL so they already know what you do. Remember, we want educated prospects, okay? Get them on a conversation, have a little bit of a conversation through SMS, maybe get on a little triage call if you want to do a 2-call close. We don't need to do 2-call closes though. Just have a conversation with them beforehand and then giving them a CTA for a roadmap or a walkthrough. It basically seems like it's a no-brainer, right? You give them something for free. You then send them a video on exactly how you can, because what that attention generating sales is going to do, it's going to make them aware of their problems and give them such a strong desire for more. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to make them understand their problems, okay? And then your process selling VSL is going to just connect the dots. It's going to show them where they are right now and then how you can solve the problems for them. Then you'll have a conversation with them, be a human, be like, okay, I can walk you through this process selling VSL. I can walk you through the entire system I went through on that video and kind of tailor it to you, give you a little quick like kind of roadmap, no stress, leave your credit card at home, whatever, give them a CTA, get them onto a sales call, have a sales script, have sales systems, and then start acquiring clients. Now, clients don't mean anything if you don't know how to fulfill properly or if you don't know how to retain, okay? So phase number 3 is fulfillment. Have a client journey flow, okay? What does it look like from someone that gets onboarded, from onboarding to, their biggest success of, whatever your metric is of making $150,000 per month, let's say it is, okay? Onboarding systems, make sure that every single part of your onboarding process is dialed so there's no gaps and there's no lack of communication so the client knows exactly what they're getting out of this, okay? Have an onboarding call, clearly communicate. I cannot stress this enough, but communicate. Every single agency has such a lack of communication, which results in such a high churn rate. So if you can communicate, you're already going to be miles ahead of everybody else, okay? Set this up, manage it, and then you'll get insane results, and results will turn into case studies. Case studies will create a referral cycle of you just acquiring new clients. So this is why this is the best agency model out there. Instead of just selling basic services, ads management, SEO, any of that bullshit where you're inevitably going to become you're already a commodity, but you're just going to become phased out with AI just rapidly advancing and AI agents being able to take over entire businesses autonomously. You're just going to fall behind. And if you don't get into this model right now, the best way, the fastest way to just create an offer, get attention, and start closing clients, then you will fall behind. So if you want a video on a little bit more depth on how we actually go ahead and create these AI systems and create dialed offers based off real problems that these specific industries are facing at the moment, then leave a comment, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.